Pizza's here.
Hold on, we were gonna start a video, but there's pizza. Hold on.
Wait, I'm hungry though.
Me too.
Pizza.
E3.
Hey,
Hey everybody, I'm PeanutButterGamer.
and I'm Jeff.
And welcome back to
PB&Jeff.
Doing more E3. Apologies about the food. I wouldn't normally do that. We've been doing this all E3 streaming, editing,
We've been
recording
going all day.
Yeah, all day, so we're pretty hungry. Anyway, Bethesda. We just watched it. We just streamed it. It was well, we'll get into how it was.
First impressions, solid.
Yeah.
At least solid.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. Well, we'll get into our ratings and all that at the end. But okay. So first of all, we started off with the very important, everybody's favorite game, rock and roll, baby. I'll edit that or something. I don't know.
Or just leave it. No.
Yeah, just not play it clean. Anyway, they had a weird concert. That was actually honestly a kind of. I mean, it was fine. I just wasn't. It was just like what
they brought on some dudes and they were just like, let's rock out.
That was for Rage 2.
That was for Rage.
What it was for, yeah.
So basically, the Rage 2 is the thing. We got leaked the trailer like a couple weeks ago or a week ago or something like that. Walmart.
I haven't been looking at any E3 leaks, but yeah, that was the one that I was like, okay, that one's real.
I'm pretty sure that was like Walmart leaked something about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or was that something
I think it was Walmart, yeah.
Yeah, okay. And they basically had to announce that the game was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So they launched the trailer. Did you watch the trailer that came out for it?
I mean, I didn't watch the trailer, but I saw the press conference, which is what we're talking about, I guess, so.
Yeah.
I didn't know we had Excuse me. I didn't know we had homework, Jeff. I get an F. What can I say?
Yeah, you get an F, dude.
But anyway, Rage 2 looks pretty cool. I remember the original Rage, didn't play it, but I remember seeing it. There's like a lot of car combat, very what's the name of that movie or that comic book series?
Mad Max.
Mad Max, very Mad Max-ish.
Yeah, it's got that aesthetic going down. It's another the funny thing is it's another post-apocalyptic shooter.
But
it's an open world one, but so is Fallout. So
yeah, I mean, it's not developed by Bethesda, is it? It's just published, right?
Right, because there was two different developers that came out.
It's published. It's developed by id. I'll correct myself.
Was it id? No, I don't think it was id.
But yeah, it looks pretty cool. They definitely showed some car combat, blowing some
that stuff.
Cars
actually did look pretty. That stuff looks pretty cool to me.
Yeah, honestly, all of the combat looked really cool. It's a very unapologetically. I mean, so far in E3, this pretty feels like this always happens. You get a bunch of shooting up, bang bang, kill games. And so, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I can only take so many.
We're gonna get some more probably before the end of it too.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we did Microsoft earlier today, so they always have a lot of
we counted earlier, it was like 6.
4 or 5 or something like that.
Or 5 or 6 shooting games.
Like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 post-apocalyptic games so far at E3.
There's been a lot.
There hasn't been a lot of
games. No shortage of action coming soon.
Nope, absolutely not. And surprisingly few Battle Royale games so far.
I know. Both of our guesses are pretty...
Yeah, pretty up so far.
I don't think you're going to make it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to make
it to 6.
People are too afraid to jump in. They think they can't compete, which is probably fair. Anyway, yeah, Rage 2 looks pretty cool. Was
there anything that they showed off, like, besides the vehicle stuff? I mean...
A lot of... There was
I'm trying to, like, visualize it in my mind.
There was this one part where the guy, like, really messes these people up. He threw this grenade and went flying, and they threw this thing.
Right. There was some really cool, like, weapon tech.
blew up.
Right? Because he had, like, this grenade he threw... And it was like an anti-gravity
something like
thing,
that,
and it would just like suck people up.
And he had this like sharp boomerang thing.
The boomerang was pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm down for some raging. I can fully
say I didn't expect another Rage ever.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, of all the like actiony shoot 'em up games that I've seen so far at E3, I probably will play like 2 of them. This might be one of them. I'll have to decide.
It's up there for me as well. I think.
Kind of based on reviews and how people think. How people are.
People enjoyed the first one a good amount.
Yeah. So could be good.
Look forward to it.
Could be good, but honestly, it's gonna get better as we go with Bethesda.
Yeah. Like they definitely started at the lowest of their spectrum, I think.
Yeah.
Of things.
Yeah. Then we had the Elder Scrolls card game. It's called Legends, right?
The Elder Scrolls card game, yeah.
Legends.
It's coming out on more systems, I guess.
I'm actually down to play it. I haven't tried it.
You haven't tried it yet?
No, but I'm going to. I'm going to. I like myself.
My card game experience. My card game experience is essentially Hearthstone. I guess. I mean, Magic as well, but like for computer games, card games, Hearthstone is probably the one I put the most time into. Most of these games go by that style or archetype now, I think, where it's like kind of like a free to play game and you just like buy the packs.
Have you played Legends at all?
No.
Okay. I don't know.
I mean, there's so many card games now.
Like, I am definitely going to play it.
You think so?
Yeah, I am. I want to try it. I like card games. I like Elder Scrolls.
Maybe I'll try it then. Like when you're playing it, I'll try it at the same time or something, and just like test the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
Because there's so many card games now. You got like Hearthstone. You got the new Magic game that came out. You have like the Witcher card game.
I won't play the Witcher card game.
But I mean, it was like a card game that was invented in the universe of The Witcher.
Oh yeah, kind of like Pazak and
yeah, like you know what? That is something Star Wars should do. They should actually make like Pazak a real game you can play.
Pazak is in Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic.
To be honest, it's not a very good game, but they can make it better.
They can change the rules.
Yeah,
though.
it's fun for like a mini game in that
but
game.
I almost fully expect them to do that. That
You
seems
think?
like a thing they would do because Pazak was actually in the Solo movie as well.
Oh, was it? I haven't seen it yet.
That's like the card game that Han plays against Lando to win the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
Pazak.
Yeah, okay. That's
so
cool.
I can see it happening. But I mean, back to the topic of like Legends.
Don't really have too much to say about it, to be honest, because I haven't played it.
They didn't really show it.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what
that much of it anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how it compares to like other card games. I'm not even really qualified to speak on that because I haven't played a whole lot of them. I played. I can't even remember the name of the freaking game ever. Hearthstone. I played some of Hearthstone, and I played Magic and stuff like that.
I actually really enjoy Hearthstone myself, but I just also really enjoy Warcraft in general.
Yeah, see that's the thing. It's like I really do like the Elder Scrolls, so I wouldn't mind delving. into the card game.
Maybe it would be better for you to delve into
an Elder Scrolls game that I don't really care about at all because I just don't have I don't have time to dedicate, or at least I don't want to dedicate any time to an MMO. Is the Elder Scrolls MMO? I know it makes a lot of money for them. I just don't care. If
I will just say my first impression of that game was not good. Because I played it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it's back to that same conversation we were having in the other video where it's these companies, they release the game before it seems like it's ready. And then your impression of it is just bad. And it's really hard to come back from that. Like, it's probably a great game now. I don't know because I haven't played it since it came out, basically.
If I was going to play an MMO, other than, vanilla World of Warcraft, assuming they ever actually release that.
They're gonna. They said they would.
Yeah,
they would. They have to.
It would probably be the Elder Scrolls MMO.
Yeah?
But I'm not going to play it. Because
we'll get to that
I would rather
later
play.
too.
There's so many single-player games I would rather put time into than an MMO. I'm just not going to do it anymore. I played WoW a lot in high school and college. That was kind of good for me. I don't regret it. But I don't care to play another MMO.
There's times where I really miss playing an MMO.
Me too.
And I get nostalgic for it. I even went back and played World of Warcraft, like, somewhat recently, like, in the past, like, year and a half. And I played for, like, 5 or 6 months again, like, off and on.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. But, like, I didn't really make new friends while playing the game, because I've sort of, like, cut off from, like, the multiplayer spectrum of games more and more. And unless it's, like, play with your friends, like, PUBG-style games.
Co-op
or,
and stuff like
co-op.
that. Co-op
kind of stuff.
That's why the only MMO I feel like I would ever play at this point in my life again would be the Elder Scrolls Vanilla, but it would just be for purely
You don't know, though.
nostalgia.
Like, maybe there's, like, a new game that'll come out, and you'll just be like,
Maybe.
it'll look really good to you.
I doubt it, Jeff. I doubt it, but maybe. We'll see. Anyway, next game was Doom Infinity. Did we decide what made it Infinity? Because we had...
I don't think they explained what made it Infinity.
We had, in Microsoft, we had Halo Infinite. Then we had Doom Infinity. I was predicting that Nintendo will announce Mario Forever.
Mario Forever?
It's just Mario Forever.
Mario Forever.
And then,
coming to your Switch soon!
And then we'll get Pokemon. It's just the Pokemon.
Well, you'll never get another Mario because it's Mario Forever.
Yeah, Mario Forever is coming. I'm predicting that, so...
Yeah,
anyway.
I mean, they didn't really show much. They showed, like, a CG trailer.
Yeah. Doom was a really good game. The new Doom was great.
The new Doom was a good game. It seems like, I mean, the obvious thing for them to do is just make another Doom game in that same engine and maybe just, like, add more enemies and just expand that out more.
Let's kind of wait and see what that is, but...
Yeah, because they didn't really show any gameplay again. It was
they
just
showed
like
some cool,
a really
cool
short
trailer.
teaser trailer.
The trailer looked was pretty interesting, but, not a lot. It didn't show any gameplay. Quake, I wrote down Quake Dad.
Whether you're a Quake Dad
Quake Dad.
Oh yeah.
Quake Champions. Not a whole lot. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I never played Quake back in the day, but I've seen a lot of people play Quake.
Yeah.
And
Well, you've been to QuakeCon.
Yeah. So I'm actually kind of excited to play it, but I don't have a lot to say about it. I mean, it's just they're trying to make it.
Well,
they're making characters, sort of like following Overwatch and TF2's footsteps.
Yes,
I think is smart.
I think the new thing to do now is to really add character flavor lore.
You got to get
to
people
your
attached
game.
to the characters,
To
not
the
just
characters
game.
in the game. Yeah, because you can make a generic character, or you could be a generic character from like all those old FPS games.
Yeah.
Like Counter-Strike or like Day of Defeat or something
Dude,
like
my favorite Counter-Strike character was the terrorist that had the one thing on his head.
Dude, that guy was lit!
His character arc was so good if you really dug deep into the Counter-Strike lore.
Woo!
Terrorists win.
Anyway, then we had Prey. Moon Crash, I think is what it's called. I honestly don't really understand what it is. Is it an expansion to Prey?
It seems like they're just adding on to Prey.
Yeah. So
Which
more
is
content
something I
onto
did
Prey.
not expect at all. They said there was a new game plus. There's this new like campaign / mode. Yeah, it just looks like an add-on for Prey, which I again didn't expect at all.
I played Prey. Out of all the games that I played in the past few years, I lost interest in Prey quicker than just about anything I can think of. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I was playing through it and I was just like, I'm done. I don't really care about this. I think I may have even redeemed it. I can't remember.
I think I'm realizing
refunded
I
it,
don't
rather.
play video games. Because-
I definitely play games, but we were saying this, kind of joking around about this earlier today. I don't remember if we were on stream or not, but like, there's just so many freaking games.
There are so many games now.
It's our job to play, to know about games. And there's games where I'm like, I don't know what this is. Like,
it's not that we don't know what they are. It's more that we just haven't gotten around to playing them yet, or...
It's a good problem to have, honestly.
It is a good problem to have. There's so many games that you can't play them all.
Yeah. But anyway,
But they all seem to have a similar... A lot of them are FPS games.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with Microsoft. A lot of them are samey, like a lot of shooty action games.
And that's just maybe not the thing that we go to first when we're trying to play games.
Yeah, I mean, with Microsoft, we were like, what were the games that stood out the most to us? Cuphead and Ori 2. And like some of the more like...
that did stand out the most.
Yeah, the more artistic and colorful games. That's more what I'm into. It's part of the reason why I like Nintendo so much.
Yeah.
But, Prey... I mean, I guess I wanted Prey to be like Dead Space, and it wasn't, so... that was just my expectations.
It had me super intrigued, like last year when it showed off the stuff, and I was like, "Yeah, that looks good."
Yeah,
but
I like
then
space games and
it seemed
monsters.
it seemed okay.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
it
I
seemed
didn't.
okay.
I feel like if I had played more, I would have gotten into it, but I just lost interest.
Sometimes you do have to just sit down with a game and just play it for a while.
Yeah, to get invested. Anyway, I feel like I'm kind of trying to rush this a little bit because I want to get to later in the conference.
There's some good stuff that comes later.
There was Wolfenstein Youngblood, which I honestly, again, another game. I'm rushing to get to some of this other stuff I want to talk about. But Wolfenstein Youngblood, it was co-op.
It's another shooter. How is this all
Another
been?
shooter.
This has all been shooters.
Yeah, except
Every
the card
single one of
game.
these games has been a shooter.
Except for the card game and the MMO.
Oh, well, I guess so. Yeah.
And the rock concert. But yeah, I mean, Wolfenstein. I didn't even play the last one. I heard it with the first.
The first one was apparently like really good.
Yeah, and then they did a second one. I barely heard about that one.
The second one didn't. I don't think it really.
Oh wait, no,
went
though
over
they had the whole
well too
like
well.
like Nazis like screw Nazi campaign. It was kind of like a very like they went really strong with that marketing campaign. That's really all I remember about it.
I mean, that was for like both of them, though, right? I mean,
Was it?
it's all about killing Nazis.
yeah,
That's
true.
like the whole
I mean,
game.
It's what it's always been about. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wolfenstein Youngblood, you can play co-op.
You can do co-op.
There you go.
Play with your friend.
I don't have a friend except for you. Can you play with me?
Nah.
Okay. All right. Well, next game. Next game. They were just talking about some VR stuff. Bethesda seems to be investing into VR with like the Elder Scrolls Fallout and all that stuff. A lot of their VR games are glitchy as heck.
Did you play Skyrim VR?
No, but I've watched people play it on YouTube, and I'm like,
I remember the one thing I remember
decided
about
I didn't
Skyrim
need
VR
to.
is like people were just playing with unhanded. And they were just going like this.
oh yeah,
And just like beating the crap out of NPCs by going like this. And I was just like, this is amazing. I love it. But also, that's janky.
yeah. I mean, VR is fun. Bethesda just makes such glitchy games that it's like their VR
Which
games.
they acknowledged during the conference.
They did. They acknowledged
as
a bunch
well.
of stuff.
They acknowledged like all the memes and like just everything that everyone says about them on the internet.
They had this skit with, I think his name is Key. with the Alexa, and they were like, it was actually pretty funny, honestly.
Yeah, it was.
They're like, oh man, you guys are always ragging on our, we're releasing Skyrim on the next thing.
Yeah.
Here's another one.
They show it like, he's playing Skyrim with like Alexa.
He had an Etch-a-Sketch at one point.
He's playing on the fridge.
It's pretty funny. So yeah, I mean, it seems like they definitely have, at the very least, they have their ear on the community, which I can say a lot of game companies do not.
And I think that is a lot of the reason why this conference was pretty good overall.
I agree, and we were talking about this. I assume we'll talk about it at the end, but
yes.
The way they even did their conference kind of, to me, tells me that they have their finger on the pulse of like their fans and what their fans are saying and thinking.
Yeah, because they're like a part of it.
Yeah,
like, they don't like take it as like an insult. They're just like, it's real.
I'm a Bethesda fan, so like,
me
take
too.
Take what I say with a grain of salt. But I think Bethesda's one of the if I was gonna work for a video game company, I would want it to be either Bethesda or Nintendo, because I feel like those would be cool companies to work for. Maybe not, I don't know, but I don't know anyone who works there, so sorry, I couldn't say. But I've seen those.
I knew some game testers for Nintendo back in the day. But
that doesn't. I mean, like, you probably don't have.
You can't even control what you're working on. You're not like working on a new game.
Yeah, you're not making decisions or anything. But yeah, I mean, I always watch those. I actually recommend them watching like the Oblivion documentary, how they make the game and stuff.
Oh man, that was really
cool.
Fascinating stuff.
Yeah, it makes like, man, I wish I worked at Bethesda. Seems like a cool company to work for. But anyway, moving on to Skyrim on Alexa. Yeah, there it is. Okay, here's where it went from. Honestly,
yes.
What we're about to talk about Fallout 76. If it had ended after Fallout 76, it was a pretty good conference.
Yeah, no, it would have still been a pretty high grade for a conference with just Fallout 76 stuff.
Yeah.
Because they actually answered all the questions that people, well, maybe not all, they answered most of the questions that most of the people had about Fallout 76.
Yeah.
And
there's even more stuff after Fallout 76. Yes. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm just like,
You're
anyway,
excited.
Okay, so Fallout 76, I went from like not interested at all. I thought it was going to...
somewhat interested. Well, after the trailer that we saw yesterday...
Oh, yeah. Well, it's earlier today.
Well, here's the thing. We watched the trailer for it yesterday because they were at the Microsoft press conference. So they had the trailer. So they show the trailer again, basically, at the very beginning of this. But the point I'm trying to make is we were speculating, based on rumors and stuff, that it was going to be multiplayer and that there was going to be like base building and like all this kind of stuff. And then we saw the trailer and we were like, this just looks like a regular Fallout game. Like, what's going on? But it turns out that
it is both.
It is both of those things.
Yeah.
So Fallout 76 is going to be a multiplayer Fallout
online
game.
Multiplayer.
Online only multiplayer. I mean, you can play single player.
They did specify that you could play single player.
Yes.
But there's at least apparently an option to play with not only with your friends, but other people can be in the world too.
Yes.
And it honestly, at first I was like, okay. And then the more they talked about it, I'm like
the chat.
Yeah.
Our chat.
It was funny to watch the chat. Because they had a lot of people in the chat. Oh no,
it's ruined. It's ruined. And I'm just like, well, hold on.
Yeah. But once they said you can play single, like, by yourself, that, I think, eased a lot of it. But
yes.
Once they showed the multiplayer stuff, I mean, I'm excited for that. Like, I mean...
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Fallout 76 hardcore? I'm just saying,
it
could be possible. Maybe.
It could be possible.
I'm thinking of I always am a big fan of game within a game kind of stuff, and there seems like so many different kinds of like YouTube videos and stuff we could do.
Yes,
first of all, you can make your own bases wherever you want. You can play with your friends and do all that stuff.
Well, and like one of the questions we had about that is like, how's that work? Because they say
they didn't answer that with the one specific question. Go ahead.
Yes, the one question we had that didn't get answered is, well, what happens if I build my base here and then someone else on another server builds their base in the same place, but we end up in the same server? Like, does your base disappear, or do you just not go? Are you not able to be in the same server as someone who has their base in the same place as you?
Yeah, so we don't know all those details.
Yeah, we don't know them all.
One thing they talked about that was fun, though, was nukes.
Yes, they talked, so basically you can get these keys. You can, but they're spread across the wasteland, and you have to collectively get the code for the nuclear launch codes, and then you can go to a nuclear vault and press the nuke button and nuke some place on the map.
Yeah.
which just like looked amazing, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it does sound really fun. I can think of a bunch of fun stuff to do with this. I'm not even gonna say what an idea that I have. But I have an idea for something we could do.
The first thing we thought of was like, what if we were playing the game and we built this base and we were pestering the people of the area and they all collectively team up against you?
Yeah,
and just nuke you.
Yeah. So if you become like this powerful like base on the
Nation.
server, everyone can team up and kill you with nukes, which is just like, you could just be sitting there. I mean, that's how I'm envisioning it, but you could just be sitting there and all of a sudden like, yeah, everything's going great. Oh no. And then a nuke comes.
Well, and it seems to change the environment. Like,
yeah.
It's like that area is nuked.
We assume it'll come back eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know how the
think
minutia of it, but...
Unless, like, your story, like, stays persistent. Like, if things happen in your game... Does it carry over? Because they said your progression is never stopped. It's like softcore survival, they said, basically. So it's not hardcore survival. You're not going to lose your character
or your items
every time you die. You're still progressing through the game. So they're probably because there's a story component as well. So you're probably progressing through that. And you're probably keeping your levels and like all of your skills and like special upgrades and everything that you decided.
Yeah.
You're keeping all that stuff. So if you die, they probably just respawn you somewhere else.
Yeah, something
going.
like that. We don't
You
know.
probably respawn back at home base.
I assume so. Unless you get nuked. In which case,
unless you get nuked, then maybe
who
not.
knows what happens after that. We'll have to find out.
You probably just start back at the vault, and you have to like leave the vault again.
Yeah. But there's so many fun things I can think of with this game that I want to do. There's a PB&Jeff thing I want to do. It could be a stream. I don't know. It would be a stream or a video series.
I'm down to just play the game co-op.
Oh, yeah. But
like,
I'm thinking of something
super
specific that we could do. Like, in The Sims, people make challenges. Like, do this or do
let's
that.
make our own game.
I have something. I don't want to say what it is.
Don't say what it is.
Because I don't want to give it away. But, like, it could be fun to do. But also, last thing on notes for Fallout 76, I don't even know if I wrote it down, but they showed a lot of new monsters. We were just talking about in the last
there were
video.
so many.
We love games where there's monsters.
There was like some creepy looking ones too.
Yeah.
They had like this like golem looking one.
There was this like hag graven looking thing.
I think that's the same
one. It had
one.
a giant coat on, like what was under there?
Oh, that thing, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
They had something. They had like this hulking monstrosity thing.
Yeah.
That was just like lumbering around like a huge arm.
Just
a bunch of stuff.
We could probably talk forever about Fallout 76. We'll probably cut it off here, but suffice it to say, excited about Fallout 76 after not being excited about it at all before.
It looks really good.
I saw a meme. It was a SpongeBob meme. Maybe I can find it. It was like it was like Fallout 76, and it showed all the people showing up for SpongeBob's thing, and then it was like after the whatever. Or once they announced what it is, I don't know. I'm showing it here, so you can read it yourself. You can figure it out. So yeah, like I was saying, I think we were expecting it to end there, and that would have been cool. I would have been happy with that. Kept going though. Honestly, it went from a high to like for me personally.
It kind of tapered off.
But then it came back. Anyway, we'll get ahead of ourselves.
This is a mobile game, right?
Yeah. Then they started talking about Fallout Shelter. So that's gonna be on Switch and PS4. So that's cool. I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's a few years old now.
They were talking about how many people played it. I was actually surprised to hear that.
He said like 120 million people played the game, and then he said. That's more than all of their games combined.
I have a hard time believing that, but it must be true. I don't know.
He said it.
Yeah, it must be true.
I guess that goes just seriously goes to show you
mobile
markets are huge, and just free games are huge.
Yeah.
If you can get something for free, everyone will get it.
Yep. And speaking of probably free mobile games,
no, they said it was free.
Okay. Yep. Free. The Elder Scrolls Blades. This is when my cynicism started to kick in a little bit.
I was getting a little
bit. Yeah, because I mean, there's that salt. I mean, we'll talk about how they recovered.
They recovered pretty hard,
and I think that they thought it through. But like, I started to be a little cynical. I'm just cynical about mobile games because I know they make companies so much money, but I just don't personally care that much about mobile gaming.
Neither do I. I think that's. I think most people who would say that they're pretty hardcore gamers. I think most of them don't really care about mobile games that much.
Yeah. But this isn't just on mobile. They made a point to say that it's going to be for as many consoles that they could put it on, and VR even. So
yeah, it was like from everything from phones to PCs to consoles to VR.
Yeah.
And they said it had crossplay.
Yeah, and it had some procedurally generated stuff.
Yes,
coming out
there's some like PvP element. They had like 3 things you could do in the game basically.
Yeah, I like the endless dungeon mode. That actually sounds kind of fun.
They had this like roguelike mode where you can generate a character and just see how long you can live. And this is like all. like, this is a new Elder Scrolls game, but it's like kind of mobile version. And it's like, okay, cool. You can do the roguelike thing. You can do this PvP thing. So they have arena basically.
Yeah.
You can fight against anyone. They say
can't
it's
imagine
crossplay. They say that.
I can't imagine the PvP being fun, to be honest, but maybe.
What was shown of the combat looked very simplistic.
Fallout PvP seems better, more doable because it's at least a shooter, like, and because the combat and like especially.
Well, you're talking about a game that has to be on a phone and a VR headset at the same time.
Yeah.
Like someone on a phone can only make swiping motions. Yeah. Like in a VR world, you're like doing crazy. Like, could you imagine?
Was there crossplay with it?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Yeah,
they said it.
Yeah, they did say that.
I'm skeptical of that because
I'm kind of iffy on the entire Elder Scrolls Blades. I'm sure it'll be cool. I'm just whether or not I'm not like stoked to. Yeah, they were like, go sign up for early access. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't know if I will.
Yeah.
I mean,
because it's a simplistic game. They had another mode as well where you could build a town. So you could sit there and build a town. You could visit your friends' towns and all that kind of stuff. He said you can apparently decorate the whole thing. And choose like the style. And all this kind of stuff.
It certainly doesn't seem like they're what's the phrase I'm looking for? It seems like they're putting a lot into it. I'm sure it'll be good.
It's a side project, but I think they're delving more into like
a side project that'll make them a lot of money.
Yes,
so
because there is no mobile Elder Scrolls presence, and now there will be.
Yeah, well, except for the card game.
Well, yeah, but that's not like
they're not a real. Yeah. They made a point to say they're considering it like an actual Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, I need to see more.
I'm a little skeptical.
Yeah, so that honestly, it was like cool Fallout 76, way better than I was expecting, and then I kind of like,
and they're like, oh,
and then freaking Elder Scrolls in Space was announced, official title. Yeah, so it's a new Bethesda IP. He started talking
completely 100% new.
Yeah, he started talking about it. I'm like, okay, you've got my attention. And it is, I was like, they showed a movie, I was like, is it
sci-fi.
A Bethesda sci-fi game?
Yeah, space travel game, maybe.
It is. It's called Starfield. Don't know anything about it at all, but I'm hoping that it's a Bethesda-style RPG in space. Please, to the Lord in heaven above, make that be what
we were talking about this a little bit. We were speculating, do you think it's going to be just another hardcore RPG?
I hope
just
so.
set in space, or do you think it's going to be a totally different style?
It will be, definitely. Todd Howard called me up on my cell. I'm like, what up, Todd? Yo, yo, yo. And he said, definitely. And so I'm telling you, definitely. Confirmed by Todd Howard.
What?
Subscribe to the channel.
They didn't show very much of the game. Obviously, it was a teaser. This was the part of the conference. They were basically coming out and they were like,
we're working on other stuff.
We want to show you at least what we're working on. Just at least a little bit. So they announced that.
And then they announced The Elder Scrolls 6.
Woo!
Yes!
I'm excited. Literally,
he jumped up and down.
Yeah, I'll probably
clap.
And it's the one you keep asking about.
Oh my god.
Yes!
Are you serious?
Yes! Yeah!
I was not. No way. Not expecting that at all.
Huh?
I mean, I'm super excited too. But
I'm very excited, and I know it's probably gonna be years from now. I don't care.
We started the conference being like, if you think they're gonna announce Elder Scrolls 6,
you're
so stupid.
We basically
you're so dumb.
Yeah,
there's no way they're gonna announce it.
Freaking moron.
And throughout the conference too, I was like, how long do you think it'll be before another Elder Scrolls? Because they have the MMO.
8 years. And then someone in the chat would be like, maybe today. And I'm like, you're a moron. You don't know what you're freaking talking about.
You don't know. We were so dead set on at least another like 2 years before we had another, and even just like an inkling of Elder Scrolls anything.
I didn't want to be hurt. So I was in denial that it would happen. But
okay, here's my theory. Here's my theory. Elder Scrolls Blades, it's more of like a mobile game. I was thinking they can't come back to Elder Scrolls with just that.
We mentioned
this
earlier.
To at least mention that they are making the full official Elder Scrolls game as well. Yeah. Otherwise, people would have been pretty mad. I think.
Yeah, we were kind of insinuating this earlier. We think they're being kind of savvy, where they're like, oh well, let's announce this Elder Scrolls mobile game, But people are going to be, and you can see it in the chat reactions.
Yeah, the chat was not reacting super well.
People are going to be pissed if we do this and we don't even mention the new Elder Scrolls game. So they did it. That's all they did was they showed it. But that's literally all they wanted. Because last news we had on Elder Scrolls, a year or plus or whatever ago, from Todd Howard, who said that they hadn't even started working on it yet. So that killed me. I was like, no.
They specifically came out and said they weren't working on it.
Yeah, after years after Skyrim. So I thought maybe we're
5
close.
years at that point.
Yeah, like maybe we're close to the new Elder Scrolls. So all I wanted from Bethesda is to just say you're working on it, acknowledge Elder Scrolls 6 exists. I'm happy. That's all I wanted to hear.
They definitely did that.
I'd be surprised if it was, 2 years at the minimum. At the minimum, I would be surprised.
I wouldn't. Well, maybe I'm betting we'll probably get some gameplay or like another trailer maybe next year.
Like the dragon fighting trailer of Skyrim. Maybe
maybe
that's next year.
We'll get something to pump people up. It'll be like a really cool gameplay trailer.
I would be surprised if they had gameplay next year.
I think they'll have gameplay.
You think so?
I think they'll have maybe like a short demo of gameplay. Bethesda's really good at that.
Maybe, yeah. They do those.
I remember
those
like a year or two before Oblivion was out, they had like these 15-minute gameplay sessions.
They did
of
with
the
Skyrim
game.
too. I remember that.
And they were just like showing it off, and they
have this sort of like they actually do it live, unlike a lot of companies that like act like they're doing it live and then they're not. They actually were playing through it live, and they did it multiple times. You could tell because sometimes different things would happen slightly. They would go
like
along.
in the Skyrim ones.
When in Skyrim when they were showing it off, they're going across that path early in the game.
Yeah,
and they did that every time they showed it off. So you got like varying different playthroughs of it.
It depends on how much progress and how many people they have working on the game.
I will still say I will be very surprised if there's gameplay.
But here's the thing also though is like they announced Fallout 4 and then it was out like a couple months later.
Yeah, but I don't think this is gonna be as much as I'd love
it's not
be.
That.
It's not.
It's not gonna be that.
Because
they specifically made a point to say that what is the space game called again?
Starfield.
So they specifically said, well, we want to show you what we're working on for not this year, but next year.
They said
Starfield, and it's like even further, we're gonna go past Starfield, and show you guys what's after that.
Starfield will probably come out before Elder Scrolls 6.
I'm assuming Starfield is the next game, and then Elder Scrolls.
Starfield, I'm assuming, and I mean all these other projects too. But I'm assuming Starfield is why they hadn't been working on Elder Scrolls 6.
Probably.
A year plus ago, whenever they said that.
I'm gonna assume next year we'll probably see more Starfield.
Yeah.
The year after that is probably the year for Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, I think that's a safe bet, but we'll see.
So
I'm very excited.
Are you going to be able to contain yourself for like 2.5 years?
Yeah, I'm saying like, we were talking about how we saw some people that were like being a little cynical about the Elder Scrolls 6 and I don't get it. I'm not being unrealistic. I just wanted them to acknowledge it. That's all I wanted.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they had to do.
Yeah.
Especially after the Blades announcement, that's really all they had to do was just say, we're actually working on like a real one too.
We'll see what Blades is, but
I mean, it's not to say that Blades isn't going to be good. That's not a real Elder Scrolls game. I'm just saying
it's more of a question mark.
People want the real experience, like the big blockbuster RPG. They want it.
Yeah. Before we end off and do our ratings, what's your one wish for Elder Scrolls 6?
My one wish?
If unrealistic or not, just what's your one wish?
Like what, something in the game?
I'll give you mine first if you want.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
I've said this before in like various places, but I really want a sort of like skill-based blocking, parrying system for melee
so
combat.
Like a new combat parry system.
Yeah, I want them to overhaul the combat because we went from Oblivion.
That would be really cool.
Oblivion improved on Morrowind's combat a lot. Skyrim improved on Oblivion's a lot. I want them to improve on the combat again. Make it so that you can time block with... maybe shields constantly block. Mm-hmm. But, like, if you're melee weapons, I want you to time block, like, Mountain Blade or something. Like, give me something... Like, I want that to be part of it.
Yeah.
Maybe have less health for enemies and less grinding, like, slashing people. And more, like, skill-based combat, less health. Maybe you only need, like, a slice or two to kill somebody. But it can be hard because they're blocking. You have to block back. That's what I want. I don't know if that's realistic, but that's what I want. That's my one wish. What about you, bro?
I'm trying to think. Well, okay, that sounds really awesome, by the way. Yeah. Like a more visceral combat for
no idea if that'll
parrying
happen,
and the slashing. Because, I mean, Skyrim's pretty basic for the most part.
And you can just block, and there's a lot of slashing. I'm going to kill this guy. It's going to take 10 years to slash his health all the way out. That could fix that problem.
While you were saying that, I was thinking, like, what could they really add to really spice things up, I guess. I think they should take the system from Blades, the town building mechanic, put that in the real game, and maybe you're like some sort of general or something like that, and you can
Like Animal Crossing, you're the mayor, and Elder Scrolls, you're the general.
Well, right, but no, and it goes even further. Like, you can command troops and, like, start big-scale battles somehow. Maybe, like, you can command,
like that one, like the...
Like, a few people to come... Like, not just one follower, like, you
can make
start
a
battle.
You can siege a castle or something.
Yeah, like, because I'm just thinking, like,
Yeah,
well, what do
that'd be
people
pretty
do in,
sweet.
like, the mods? They just, like, put a bunch of
Yeah.
people down and just have a huge, weird battle.
They had a weird...
Like,
they
what
had
if
a
could
that
do
big
that?
battle at the end of the Stormcloaks and Imperial quest lines.
I feel like that was, like, one of the biggest... Maybe the only
It's-
like big
yeah,
battles.
I can't
in the
think of
game.
any other large scale battle. That was one though.
So
I
maybe
mean,
some more of that kind of stuff.
Maybe they'll pull a Grand Theft Auto in the sense where they had four in Grand Theft Auto. They had that bank heist quest that was awesome and
Okay.
everybody liked it. And then they're
Yes.
like, let's build 5 around that. I mean,
and
again,
then
we're
they
stretching
basically
here.
did that like multiplayer.
Yeah,
Well, okay,
we're stretching. We're just coming up with fun
Here's
things.
the other thing: if Fallout 76 is incredibly successful, do you think they will incorporate
Yes.
that stuff into Oblivion?
Probably. But I mean, maybe the melee combat doesn't work as well with multiplayer. I don't know.
Maybe not. Yeah.
I
maybe,
mean,
maybe it's harder to do.
There
for
are
some reason.
multiplayer, medieval multiplayer games,
I can't
but
imagine. Well, I can't imagine.
they'd have to change
There's
the-
gonna be melee in the new Fallout game. There's always melee.
True.
So
Yeah.
they'll have like the same systems
They're-
governing.
Maybe
essentially.
they will. Maybe they will.
I don't know. Well,
Yeah, but
I
that's
mean,
just-
there's. I mean, it's all
some
speculation.
Some speculation and
Because-
some wishes.
All they
hopes
showed
and
was
dreams.
just a little short 5-second. Here it is.
But now we get to have this conversation instead of going, when is he gonna do the Elder Scrolls?
I'm really hyped that they at least acknowledged it.
Yep, same. All right, so ratings.
Ratings for Bethesda: 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10.
No, I'm doing 9 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I'm doing 9 out of 10, honestly. I would have given probably an 8 out of 10, but then the Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6. And I mean, I'm kind of counting those as just 1 point, because it's like, they didn't show anything.
Yeah.
So, but they just, like, I'm very hyped as a Bethesda fan to know that they have these big projects in the work. I mean, I assumed that they would, but,
Right.
you know, it's nice to get that confirmation. They're making these 2 new big games. So
They
that
look very good.
that really
like,
bam
Fallout
right at the end.
is like on my map now. Like I'm
Fallout
stoked
76.
for
I
that.
know. That's what I was saying. Like, I would be stoked if it just was Fallout 76. But I'm glad they gave us something to look forward to in the future and to speculate further about. I'm giving them that 9 out of 10.
Yeah, man. 8. It's like an 8 or 9 for me. 8, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, 8 out of 10.
It's
8
still
out of
real.
10.
It's good. They were good for sure.
Yeah. Well, we have yet to disagree past the point so far. We'll see if we
Past
do
the point,
in the
yeah.
future.
I think that we generally look for similar things
Yeah.
in a lot of these conferences. Though.
Honestly, I'm pretty mad that you didn't give it a 9. Honestly.
I'll give it a 9.
I'm on. Honestly, I'm pretty mad.
I'll change mine. It's a 9. It's a 9 now.
I changed it.
I
What are you gonna
changed
do?
mine now.
I don't
I
even
don't
know.
care.
What am I gonna do with the score? I don't even know what to put now. Is it 8 or 9 or whatever? Who
Put
cares?
a pizza at
Pizza
a 10.
out of 10. It's pizza out of 10 for Jeff. Anyway, thanks guys so much for watching. Check out our Microsoft EA conferences. Check them out. Check them out. Check them out and
They're
like
out.
the video.
Check them.
Thanks for liking the video and for checking out and watching through with us.
Yeah,
It's been
we'll
fun.
see you guys
Check out our-
in Ubisoft
Tomorrow.
and Sony tomorrow.
Or probably today.
Slightly,
Today,
yeah. Well,
On our live streams.
today, probably reflections tomorrow, maybe.
Follow our streams in the description below. See you guys next time. Hit us up on Twitter too. Why not? See you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bye.